Hello, I'm Chris Moody and I'm Chief Brand Officer and founder at Brand Audits. Today I'm going to be talking about how to differentiate and protect your retail brand. So let's get started. I'll just call up the slides. So what am I going to talk about today? So I'm going to cover what's a trademark, give you some examples of these, what to avoid, what are the benefits. I'll cover 2 quick case studies and also talk about the brand, how to create a brand that's trademarkable, some tips and tricks, and leave you with some resources. So just to let you know the value of trademarks, an annual survey by Ocean Termo reveals that in 2015, an estimated 85% of market value of S&P 500 companies was in their intangible assets. So it's very important that you protect it. So a question to begin with. What's a trademark? Well, as I mentioned before, it's a valuable intangible asset. It's also the identity of your business and what your business represents. And it can be a number of things, everything from a letter, number, word, down to packaging or a logo or a picture. And the next slide, let's go through some of those in detail. So here are some examples. So we're talking about letters, BMW or IBM, numbers like 7-Eleven, words like Adidas, Nike, Twitter, phrases like Nike's Just Do It, or sounds like Vegemite's Happy Little Vegemite song, or smell, the eucalyptus smell in the e-concierge golf tees. Colour, think of the Cadbury chocolate wrap. The shape, Coca-Cola's unique bottle shape, or Toblerone's triangular chocolate bar. Devices such as McDonald's golden arches and the M, or Apple's Apple symbol. Also, when we're thinking about the aspects of packaging, think about Kraft's Philadelphia cheese silver packaging. That's a trademark. What to avoid? Descriptive marks or generic terms like strawberry milk, even if milk with a Y is spelt differently. Geographic, Tasmanian apples. Also avoid commonly used acronyms like USB or App Store. Also common surnames such as Smith or Brown. Or part of an existing trademark, Olympic champion. Those subject to legislation, like the use of the word champagne. It can be only used for sparkling wine that's produced in the Champagne region in France, for example. So, why trademark? What are the benefits? Well, it gives your business the exclusive right to use the trademark. Also, you can license the trademarks to others. Think of franchise or licensing agreements. It also differentiates your goods and services from your competition, and it's much easier to defend for infringements. So the first quick case study is Estee Lauder versus La Clinique. So the Sunshine Coast beauty brand La Clinique received a cease and desist letter from Estee Lauder. You see, Estee Lauder owns the name Clinique. So La Clinique had 7 days to stop using the name, remove any reference to the name, and to rebrand or face federal court for trademark infringement. La Clinique settled out of court, so we don't really know all the details, but we do know they did spend over $25,000 and many weeks just to rebrand. So you can imagine on top of this is legal fees as well as cost of the distraction away from the business, all because they didn't go through the registration process, which IP Australia would not have let them register Clinique anyway. So they would have found out fairly early. The second case study is AIA versus Borgo. So Borgo is a Queensland-based family who makes salamis. It's a business. And in 2016, Luigi Borgo tried to register their trademark, which is a star, and the script Borgo text over the top of that. You see, this is where the problem arose because the Italian company AIA actually had Negroni Salumi registered, and this was also a star with a script on top, and they did theirs registered theirs in 2007 when they came to Australia. So when Luigi went to register his trademark, it was knocked back because of AIA. But Borgo fought this and they actually won, but it took 2 years and $250,000. And also don't forget, again, the distraction from the business. So how do you create a brand for trademark? You also you need to start thinking about the trademark process when you are either creating a new business or merging with another business, or perhaps repositioning your business and your brand. Or you might be developing new products and services within an existing business. Create a trademark ready brand by understanding the unique strategic plan and the points of difference, and registering the business name and domain name, as well as conducting initial IP Australia trademark searches. And this is really, really important to do as you do it. It's not a one-hit wonder. You've got to keep on checking this throughout the process. Some helpful hints, tips and tricks for you. Aim for the fanciful, arbitrary, or suggestive marks. Entirely invented. Think about Xerox, Kodak, and Pepsi. Use your strategic plan as a guide to create a unique brand identity, your logo. Stop and do the trademark checks along the way. Just don't do it at the end or just before you're about to open the business. Make sure it's done throughout the whole design and creation process. Think long term and consider future products and services, because within the registration process, there's different classes. So you need to make sure your future offerings are also covered. Ensure there is an ongoing process via annual audits. Maintenance is the key here. It's up to you to look for infringements. It's not up to IP Australia. Some resources you could consider looking at are things like documents and trademark information on Australian government websites, Brand Audits website. IP Australia's got some great case studies. Of course, National Retail Association, and especially their NRA legal area, will help you with some information about trademarks. And also, if you really want to dig deeper, you can look at the Trademarks Act 1995 or the Regulations 1995, both available on the government websites. So thank you. I hope you learnt some more about trademarks and how to protect your retail brand. Thank you.